Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drea from Lay Crochet. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Okay guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different. As you know, I try to upload tutorials each and every Sunday. However, I have been swamped, and when I say swamped with orders, is an understatement. So in between me doing orders, I'm like, okay, I have to figure out how to get some content out for my people. So this one order I'm working on right now is a pair of granny square pants. Remember these in one of my shorts, actually, I asked you guys, what did you think I was making with these patches? I am making a pair of adult size granny square pants. Okay, so obviously my granny squares are already done. If you do not know how to make a granny square, I got you. Follow this tutorial right here on my page. If you do, make you some granny squares and follow along. This tutorial is an assembly tutorial. I am not going to be making granny squares on here. I already have them made. I will simply be showing you how to put the pants together. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little quick run through. My yarn is ran through because I already did my granny squares. I used my Michael's Craft Smart, like an off-white color. Same brand, royal blue. Same brand, baby blue, and black. There we go. There's the brand, Craft Smart. Okay, my 5mm hook, and of course my scissors. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay guys, so in total I made 64 granny squares. This is just some of them. For the pants, I actually had an extra 8 just in case for length, but I'm just going to start with 64 granny square. All right, I apologize ahead of time if you hear noise in the background. It's football Sunday here. I'll try to get it as quiet as possible while still trying to get out content with living with 4 other people, especially men on Sundays with football. So that's just what it is. But okay, first things first, I'm going to be assembling these pants by making, each leg at a time. So the first leg, we're going to be making 4 rows of 8 squares. Okay, 4 rows of 8 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be 1 row. Same thing for the next row. Same row. Y'all know how to count. I just like try to have a visual. Actually, I'll show you. Give me a second. Okay, guys. So this is going to be 1 leg. All right. 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 of 8. All right. We're going to sew all of these together so that it will make 1 piece. And then that'll be 1 leg. These pants are also for an adult size 32, 34, I believe the request was. So that's why they're so long. Okay guys, so to start the tutorial, we are going to be making a row of 8 first. So we're going to be attaching 8 of these together to make a single row of 8. We're going to put our good size inward. Okay, we always make the inside the good side, or whatever the side you want to show. We make those 2 kiss each other. We attach them with our yarn, and we're just going to simply, single crochet across. Let me attach my yarn. And we're starting, of course, in a corner. Pick a corner, and we're going to just single crochet across using the inside loops of our granny square. All right, and we're just going to do that all the way across, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our first 2 together. All right, and we are literally going to be doing this for the next 6 granny squares. We need a row of 8, so we are going to be crocheting 6 more squares on to make it a long row of 8, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back, and I have assembled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 squares together to make this strip of 8. We are going to do this 4 more times so that we have 4 rows of 8. Let me get into the camera. 4 rows of 8, and then we are going to attach all 4 of them together, but I'll be back before then. So I'm just going to go now and assemble my 4 more rows of 8 the same exact way. Okay. Okay guys, I have now finished my 4 rows of 8. Okay, we are now going to attach these together by sewing straight down the row and attaching the rows together so that it makes one sheet for our first pants leg. Okay. Okay guys, this is what you should have once all of your rows are attached. Okay, this is how your 4 rows of 8 should look, and we are going to do the same exact thing for leg 2. Okay, be right back. Okay guys, so this is where we are. All of our granny squares are sewn together. This is one pants leg, this is one pants leg. We are now about to move on to the next part of this tutorial, which will be sewing these pants together. Okay guys, so we have our pants leg, right? I went on ahead, and you do not have to do this unless you're trying them on there for you and you realize you want a little more room in your pants leg. The way we did it, this would be the pants leg, just this part, but I wanted to make her pants leg just a little bit wider. She didn't want them to be as tight, so I just added like 3 rows of half double crochet just to give her inner thigh part a little room. Like I said, you do not have to do that. They would just fit you like, you know, a little snug, a little skinny. But moving on, so what we're going to do is simply fold this in half. Okay, this is going to be our leg, and we are just going to sew this part and this part together straight down the leg. Okay, really simple, single crochet down the leg, and then we will be back. Now when we are crocheting this together, we have to leave the first 1, 2 squares open. So technically we are only crocheting, let me turn it around this way so you can see better. Technically we are only crocheting from here down. We're leaving this open because why? This is the part our butt goes in. Like this is where we're going to put the pants on it. So we only want from here on down. We're leaving the first 2 squares out and attaching them here and going down the pants leg. Okay, so please do not forget to leave this part open as we're sewing down. All right, and then we'll wind up sewing this closed with the next leg. You know, we'll attach them by the center. You'll see, but I just want to let you know, do not sew this part closed. You want 1, 2 squares to still be out. Okay, and then you're going to sew down the rest of the leg. Okay guys, I sewed the inside of my pants closed with the exception, I'm gonna have it upside down, with the exception of my first 2 granny squares, because that will be the opening for when we put our leg in. Okay, so our next step is simply putting the 2 pants legs together. So I'm going to take my second pants leg, which are both open at the top. Okay, we're going to put them together so I can give you a visual of what we're going to be doing. Okay, so we're taking the insides of both pants, right, these 2, you see, and this is going to be the crotch area of them. So we're simply going to be crocheting this part together, right? So let me show you that. I'm gonna try to do the best I can with explaining and showing you. So we have our 2 legs. Okay, we have our 2 legs. We're going to be putting them together by crocheting the centers of them. Okay, so where that opening is, we're just going to mesh them together and sew this part the inside, and that's going to create the crotch and also attach both legs together. Okay, so let's go do that. And we're going to just simply do that by, you know, slip stitching and a few single crochets. Actually, let me do that with you. All right, so we have the two insides. I'm just going to slip my needle in to attach both sides to the needle. So this one pants leg, here's another pants leg. I'm just going to add my yarn. And pull that through. Okay, so now they are attached. And in the same area, I'm just going to go into that same hole or area you made to slip stitch it and go in with a few more stitches to secure the bag. To secure it even more. And you'll wind up with something like this. All right, where the two centers are attached to each other. All right, now from here we're going to turn these pants inside out because we have to now sew the back together and the front together. All right, so this strip and this strip. Okay guys, so I just turned my pants inside out. All right, we have the front and the back, or the back and the front. However, we have these two parts that need to go together, right? So we're simply putting them together and crocheting down this line until we get to the crotch area. So this is how we're going to start closing our pants in. Okay, let me turn to the side so you can see it a little more. We're going to evenly put these together, single crochet down, and then we'll have one front or back side, whichever side I'm working on. It doesn't really matter. We got to do both sides. We'll have them together, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back with one part of the pants sewed together. I'm going to turn our work and do the same exact thing with this side. Right along this strip, I'm going to crochet upward, and then we will have our pants connected. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so now that I have my front and my back sewed together, that attach both legs, and this is what we have thus far. Okay, they are coming together. So obviously they are extremely wide right now. Our next step in these pants is to create a waistband, okay? And then that will cinch these pants in and bring them to the correct size. So let's put these to the side, and we are going to now create a waistband. Okay guys, so for our waistband, I chained up a total of 100 chains. And I'm simply going to be half double crocheting up and down the row for about, I'll do 4 rows. I want like a nice little size waistband, pretty much, to go on the top of these pants. So I'm going to start with, did I say half double crochet? I'm sorry, I'm in double crochet, guys. We are doing double crochet for the waistband, and we're doing double crochet straight down the row until we get to the end, chaining up 2, turning our work, and doing a row of double crochet again. We're going to be doing a total of 4 rows. And of course, for all of my waistbands, I always work in the back loops of my chains. You do not have to do that. I just like, you know, if you've been following me for a while, you know I like that knit look to my waistband. So I work within the back loops, but you do not have to do that. You can work straight through and do double crochet on every row without doing the back loop method, but that's what I'll be doing. So last time, just going to be doing double crochet into every stitch down the row. We're going to give this 4 rows of double crochet, and I will be working in my back loops to create the knit look for my band, but you do not have to, guys, okay? So that is what we're going to be working on right now, and then I will be coming back and showing you how I'm going to attach the waistband to the waistline of these pants. Okay, guys, so I will be back once I get my 4 rows of double crochet completed. Okay, guys, we are back, and here is our waistband. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of double crochet into our back loops. Okay, this is what we're looking like, and we are simply going to be attaching this to these. All right, so with that being said, let's get started. Excuse me, yarn. Okay, so the obvious, right? When sewing on waistbands, 9 times out of 10, your pants, your skirt, whatever the case may be, will be like way bigger than what your waistband is going to be. So essentially we're going to have to skip some stitches. We're going to have to skip some stitches to be able to get this around here, okay? So what I like to do is start with the back part of my waistband and start with the back part. Whatever part of your pants is going to be the back, start with that back. And first of all, let me turn my pants inside out. Don't forget to turn your pants inside out, guys, because if you don't, your stitch is going to show, and we don't want that. So let's start by turning our pants inside out. Okay, so we're going to turn our waistband inside out, our pants inside out, and we are going to be starting with the back against the back. I'm going to be sliding my hook in and attaching my yarn. That is not the end of the yarn. Where's the end of the yarn? Here's the end of the yarn. Okay. Attaching my yarn. Guys, I am so tired. Like, when I tell y'all the orders, and I thank God for them, because obviously that's my little gig. I thank God for orders, but sometimes it can get extremely overwhelming, especially when you're trying to do other things like work and mom and wife and content create. Obviously having orders help me to content create because I can make different things, but I recently started a job, like a real job, paycheck job, and that schedule is a little demanding, so that takes away from my time from creating, whether it's for my side gig of crochet or like the channel. And y'all know how bad I'm trying to get deep into this channel. So yeah, that's just my little talk part of the video. But here we are attaching our waistband. I have my yarn secured in the back, attaching this to this. Let's leave that flat. And I'm just going to single crochet around while skipping a few loops. Now, I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. I'm going to give you a visual first. I like to work off of visuals, right? So here's our waistband. Here's our pants. We have to get this and all of this sewn into this waistband, right? So obviously we can't go stitch for stitch. We're going to have to do some decreasing along the way to get every stitch around here. We want to try to do it as evenly as possible because we don't want like one side of our pants, protruding out or like any kind of deformation or anything like that. So I like to decrease a little around the back, straighten it out a little bit, decrease again around the sides, straighten it out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So just the best way possible for you to get all of this into this waistband, okay? So my method is like decreasing along the way, skipping like 2 stitches at a time while doing it. And pretty much you just have to figure out your best method to do it. I don't have the correct method of doing everything. I'm sure we all come up with like little hacks and stuff as crocheters. So the best way you see fit to attach this waistband, fine. Another thing while I'm here, if you don't even want to do a waistband, I've done pants where I literally just single crochet, half double crochet all the way around my pants and made my rows that way instead of this way. And then I'll add like a drawstring. So, hey, if you don't want to go through this hassle of attaching a waistband, just make it into the pants. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works for you. But I'm going to do the waistband method and I will be back. Okay, guys, here is the finished product. Excuse my little cracks. I added the waistband. I also added a little drawstring at the top. Okay, these are put together. They came out super, super cute. She wanted her pants to have a bit of a flare to them, so that's exactly what it's given. There's a little flare, and voila. I hope this video serves you well. I hope you decide to make a pair, and please tag and post them and tag me. I'm starting to let people know, post them and tag me. If you make something that I make, I just want to see. I want to see if my instructions helped you in any type of way. So let me get back to fulfilling these orders and trying to make content for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And like always, if you like what you see, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe to this video.